So today I think we're going through a small little quiz actually. It's actually something completely different, something that has never been on this channel, has never been on the podcast, but I still somehow think that this is gonna be quite an amazing video and or part or episode of the podcast or something. But yeah, as I've said, hello and welcome back to the next episode of the Self-Development with Tactics fucking podcast. It's a little bit different today. It really is a little bit different today, and also a little bit difficult for me today because I do have my screen just back there. I do have a screen in front of me, and I do just have to click all these settings on the big screen. This is the reason why I'm always just looking up there, because there is my other screen. But still, we are going through, I guess, a few quizzes on whether I am an entrepreneur or not, because this is, or seems actually to be something that's quite cool nowadays, and which is, oh my god, suddenly my screen wasn't there any longer. It is actually something that's quite trendy at the moment, I guess, and that's quite like, it's the new cool thing or something. I do can understand it, but the one problem that I'm having right now is, where is my fucking charger? Oh. I don't know. I hope that this episode is gonna be at least a little bit valuable. It's completely something different. Normally, I'm just going through book summaries, going through articles just to get some value out of them and share it with you, which is something I totally like. But I guess this just gonna be something a little bit different. But yeah, let's actually see. This is the right one. Yeah. So I do hope that you're seeing everything. I do hope that everything is somehow smoothly and synchronized and whatsoever. So I am at the moment at the entrepreneur.com website, and I've on purpose actually you can see on the very top of the screen that there is also the domain and or the link. So if you want to check out this exact same quiz, as I'm going through at the moment, yeah, there you can see the link. But for all the podcast listeners, it's www.entrepreneur.com/article/24, 75 and 60. So 24, 75 and 60 or now. Let's see. I've actually gone through I think 2 or 3. I guess this is the third one or something, or the second one. There are some entrepreneurial kind of quizzes, whether you are an entrepreneur or not. I think after that one, we're just gonna head to the next one, and so on to see whether I'm actually an entrepreneur or not. And I guess, if I'm just knowing correctly, this is gonna start pretty funny. So let's see. Let's actually see. So, did your parents immigrate to the United States? I'm currently living in Austria, so no. Were you a top student in school? Actually, I really see where this is heading. To be really honest, I so see where this is heading. Like, it is just the generalization of a good entrepreneur. He was bad in school. He was just, been immigrating to the United States, and he has always been just trying to figure out how he can make money. Or she, actually. It doesn't always have to be a he. By the way, I can just back up a little bit. So were you a top student in school? I unfortunately were, I guess. By the way, I really love the font that they are using here. Is this better? I'm very sorry. Let's make it smaller. So, even though I'm just really fucking small now, you can at least see what's going on there. And I could just also zoom in a little bit. Yeah, now it's good. So did you enjoy participating in group activities in school, such as clubs, team sports, or double dates? Did I do it? I've been playing soccer for quite a long time when I was younger. In school, I guess not so. because it's always been a thing that I didn't enjoy. All these teachers are like, okay, you gotta have to do just, the group work and whatsoever. I didn't always just enjoy it. I don't know, like it's always been like I don't enjoy it that much actually. I don't know why. I don't know why this is what it is, but it is what it is. So let's say no actually. Did you prefer to be alone as a youngster? I'm sorry. Did I? No, I guess not actually. Did you run for office at school? What actually this is, I don't fucking know. Or initiate on enterprises at an early age, such as lemonade stands, family newspapers, or greeting card sales. So this is just really truly kind of heading towards the just, yeah, the common known entrepreneur stereotype. And I'm actually just really, 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 really kind of interested in how it's gonna turn out for me, because I'm truly not an entrepreneur, or just not a common just thinking entrepreneur, or whatever you kind of want to think about it or something. It's just I would actually say that I'm more like an athlete and more like an artist, to be honest. I don't know, I think this just would fit me as just a name, or just as a noun, or just as a word a little bit better, even though I would say like these are all generalizations, and we are still all individuals, and this is something that I totally always try to that I'm totally always talking about, and always being a little bit philosophical about, that we are all fucking individuals. And this is also one of the reasons why I do somehow think that saying like, okay, you gotta have to read some books to just get successful, does not have to be true. And I think it actually isn't true, because some people's, maybe for example Gary Vaynerchuk or other individuals, they do just don't like to read books. They really don't like it. And I've also never liked it just when I was younger. I do just enjoy it now. I unfortunately do not preference it that much as I actually should. So it's not about like, I don't have the time. That's complete bullshit. It really somehow is. But like, those are all generalizations. And just saying like, okay, if you want to be successful, you gotta have to read books, is also complete bullshit, because some people are kind of liking to read books. They just like to read books. It is just a way of getting information for them, which is kind of natural to them, which is something they like or not like. And for some it is like, okay, I gotta just watch a YouTube video, or I do just listen to an audiobook or something else, and this is what I then like to do. And this is how I get, the informations that I need for doing what I want. Actually, it's a little bit down. It's a little bit kind of, no, I think it's good. So, it's not like for every single one the same case. Like, not everyone just wants to learn through kind of, I don't know, through maybe listening to a teacher, or reading a book, or listening to audiobooks, or talking to people. We are all individuals, and we are all somehow, we are all gathering information another way, or a different way. So I don't know, like, I really do not like those generalizations. I can make it a little bigger, even. So no, I did not. No, I did not. Were you a stubborn child? Yes, I certainly was. Were you cautious as a youngster? Was I cautious? No, I don't think so. I really don't think. Were you daring or adventurous? What actually means daring? A lone torpedo bomber adopted a daring attack on the battlefield. Bold, audacious, adventurous. Wait. So were you daring or adventurous? And then I'm just looking up the whole translation for daring, and it says bold, audacious, adventurous, interpret, adventurous. So it actually says like, it really is just the same fucking word, but they somehow feel like it's not. I don't fucking know. Never mind. Never ever mind. I guess. Were you daring or adventurous? I guess yes, I was. Do the opinions of others matter a lot to you? Certainly, the thing about this is, I gotta just really have to be honest with you, somehow they do matter to me, subconsciously, but I'm really trying hard to suppress this whole feeling, to really be like, no, no matter what somebody's kind of thinking of me, I don't give a fuck. And this is also something that I'm trying to implement into other people, because I truly think that this is kind of the way to go. Like, why would you care what other people are thinking about you? Especially when they do not even know you. And this is just something that's quite like, nobody knows you. Like, nobody really knows you. Whether it actually be your mother or your father or your friends, your best friend, your brother, they don't know what's going on in your head. And this is the whole point. And this is also the whole point that Gary Vee often makes. And I've truly somehow internalized that. What you're thinking is actually a really big part of who you are and whom you are presenting and whatsoever, and what your character is like. And nobody knows but you what's going on in your head. So it's quite difficult to to really kind of care about what other people are actually thinking about you, because nobody knows what's going on in your head, and nobody therefore knows what you truly are as a person. I don't fucking know. So do the opinions of others matter a lot to you? No, they don't. Would changing your daily routine be an important motivator for you to start your own enterprise? Wait. So would changing your daily routine be an important motivator for you to start your own enterprise? And by the way, for all the people that are now just either on the podcast and or on the YouTube video, I do think you can also just go along with me. Either you just pop up another tab and go through the summary on your own. And not the summary, I'm sorry. I'm so into summaries and articles that I'm always talking about summaries and articles. Is there actually? Yeah, there is. There is some towel in the background, as always, as kind of fucking always. But for all the listeners and or viewers, you could totally go ahead with me, or you just think about your answer for the specific answers and or questions. I'm sorry, that are here. So would changing your daily routine be an important motivator for you to start your own enterprise? I don't fucking know what they want to actually tell me and kind of ask me with this question. Would changing your daily routine be an important motivator for you to start your own enterprise? So would this somehow just change something? The problem there is I don't know how much this one question is actually affecting the whole one, because there are only 22 questions, and it would be 1/22th. So it is something, like it's not nothing. I don't fucking know. Let's say no. You're just really ticking anything. You might really enjoy work, but are you willing to work overnight? Yes. If I'm really enjoying it, I think this is something that I would actually do. If I'm really truly enjoying it, and when I'm not going to school, then I would do it. If I do just have other things that I'm having to do, just that are important to me, I think I wouldn't. No matter how. Yeah, it really depends. Like school, I'm still a student. It is somehow pretty fucked up, because I do. I'm sorry. I do just have to go to school. I do just have to learn for school, and I do just I'm also doing my thing. I'm also doing the whole social media thing. I'm recording, I'm posting my posts, I'm making the posts, and whatsoever. And it truly is somehow very stressful, because I do just have to get up at 5:20 so that I get to the train and whatsoever, which is something I absolutely love. Getting up so early is just something that feels so incredible. It really feels so nice. But sometimes it's like, okay, I gotta have to do something for school, and learning and or doing some projects. And sometimes it's really like, yeah, very difficult because, even if the thing is, yeah, I don't know. Like, I would, but the problem there is I just also know that I should be sleeping, and the sleep is very important for you. So I don't know, you know what? Let's go on. But what I do just want to tell you is that please sleep. I've been having some times where I didn't sleep enough, and this is just something that you feel. Like if you truly feel that your body isn't working as good as it should be, please change something up. Like really don't do as much as you're doing right now. Sleep more, get more efficient, have better time management. I think there are a lot of things you can do to really organize your day a little bit better. You know, I think so. So are you willing to work as long as it takes with little or no sleep to finish a job? The problem there is I just really know that when I'm thinking yes, this is what they want. Like this is what an entrepreneur would be like. Would I? Would I? And I'm just really trying to not tick the thing that I should be ticking somehow. Well, it depends. Like it just is a question. Like okay, I guess nah, but I guess also somewhere yes. I tick no because the first one was when you complete a project successfully, do you immediately start another? Yes, I do. I'm actually a person. I do not really like when I'm not having anything to do. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes I'm feeling good when I'm doing nothing, but not really more than a day. Like I just really truly like doing things that I kind of feel like are not a waste of my time. Like whether it be doing sports, whether it be riding my bike for 2 hours a day or something, or which is the thing that I'm now actually doing, recording, making the posts, posting the posts, kind of editing the videos, editing the audio for the podcast and whatsoever. I just really truly, yeah, need to do something all the fucking time. Like it's just who I am, I guess. I'm just such a person. I don't know why, but I just really have to do something all the fucking time. Are you willing to commit your savings to start a business? Well, yes, I think so. Even though I'm really not a person that is spending any fucking thing, like any fucking thing. But yeah. So, would you also be willing to borrow from others? Yes, I would, but only if I really have to. Like, I do not like to be just leveraged by other people. I do not want to be helped by anybody because I kind of feel like okay, they do then have some leverage on me or off me or whatever it will be, which is something not that particularly good. Like, yeah, you should either have the leverage on other people but not use it in the end. This is something that Gary Vee as well is somehow being philosophical about sometimes. But yeah, if your business should fail, would you immediately work on starting another? Yes, because actually kind of being like, okay, no, it is so bad that this happened and that happened whatsoever. It is fucked up. It truly is fucked up, I assume. I've never ever started a business, but I guess, I'm just really I'm just really facing just micro fails all the fucking time. Like sometimes the episode is not possible to upload or it's taking way too long, really way too long for how big it actually is. Sometimes this is happening, sometimes that is happening, and I really truly have to kind of focus on not getting crushed and not getting crippled by that, and also not getting crippled by the fact that I'm just already doing or already making videos for like I don't know, 6 months, half a year or something, and I'm not seeing any just success out of it. And I think this is just the patience and this is just the mindset you just have to getting successful. I really do not want to say that I'm always like this. Sometimes I'm really getting crushed, and I think that's quite normal. Like I'm really sometimes getting crushed because something is not happening and or is not working as I want it to work, you know. This especially is something that can drive me fucking crazy, you know. I just really hate when something is not going like I want it to. Or would you immediately start looking for a job with a regular paycheck? You know, well, it also depends. Like, you know, I would actually do both. I would just have the regular paycheck, but I would also want to work on my business besides that. So I think yes, somehow. Do you believe being an entrepreneur is risky? Yes, it actually, well, you know, yes would actually be the wrong answer, you know, for being an entrepreneur. But is it risky? To be honest, it somehow is. Do you put your long-term and short-term goals in writing? Do I do this? Well, no, actually not, because I think I've internalized them so much. Please always go for the long term. Really, always go for the fucking long term. It is truly important, I guess. You know, short term, which is actually something that I've been facing in the Ray Dalio principle summary that I've been finishing today. Actually, you know, today I've actually uploaded the last ever episode of Ray Dalio's principles. It's been a pretty good book. It's been a pretty great book, and I would totally say that you should check out those episodes. You know, they all are just independent episodes. Nothing is kind of just one continuous thing. I didn't want to do this because I think, like, you know, you gotta just have to get the most out of the time you're just spending on the video. But he has been thinking and or talking about 3 consequences. The first consequence of a long-term goal, for example, would be, you know, let's take kind of eating healthy. And the first one would be, or the first consequence would be, okay, sometimes it's actually not that fun to eat healthy all the fucking time. You know, it's okay, I understand it. The or was it? Well, I do not actually remember that good what it actually was all about. I think the second consequence is that, you know, you'll, well, you know, it was all about like, okay, you know, I think it was actually only 2 consequences, even though I think I've read today 3 consequences, you know, nevertheless, or anyways, it was all about whether, you know, you're having the pain now and then just the pleasure, and or you have the pleasure now and then the pain. One, I guess, of my favorite examples would be smoking. You know, smoking in the short term might feel great, might feel cool. You're gonna look cool to your friends. I don't fucking know. You know, I do kind of feel like this. You know, this could actually be the case. The problem about this is that the long-term value of it is just 0, and the long-term kind of outcome of it would be just you being ill, which is not that great. On the other hand, if you're doing sports and whatsoever, there is a short-term pain for sure. There really is. But in the long term, you're going to be healthy, you're going to live longer, and you can just be doing what you want just for a longer time. And you're healthy, and you're feeling good, and you're maybe looking good, which might also be a factor for some people actually to start working out. So do I put them in writing? No, I don't, which as well was the wrong answer. Do you believe you have the ability to deal with cash flow in a professional manner? I don't think so. I really don't. Are you easily bored? Am I easily bored? Huh. This is quite a tough question, I guess. You know, I guess. It really is a tough question. To find your. Oh, by the way, maybe I should have actually read the text which is on top of the whole article. So you think you know business? Take our quiz and find out how well attuned you are to the demands of being an entrepreneur. Common characteristics in areas such as family background, childhood experiences, core values, personalities, and more turn up time and time again in studies of entrepreneurs. Find out how you fit the mold by determining your entrepreneurial quotient, or EQ, which actually stands for emotional EQ or emotional quotient or quotient or whatever it is actually called. I don't fucking know. Which is something incredibly important in my point of view. So the following test is no measure of your success or your future success, but it may show you where you excel and where you need to improve to help make your business soar. Answer the following questions with yes or no and total your score at the end to find out your EQ. So one of the last questions, I guess, are you easily bored? Yes, no. Well, I can just, do something like, but I would still say yes, because I do just want to do things all the fucking time. Are you an optimist? Yes, I totally am. Well, this is a great score, I think. 55%, you should go far. Your background, skills, and talents give you excellent chances for success in your own business. So I've actually taken 12 out of 22 answers the right way. So 12 of 22 were actually right or entrepreneurial, whatever you want to think about actually. Yeah, great. I am actually an entrepreneur for 45%. Yeah, again, this was from the entrepreneur.com website /article/247560. I think, what do I think about the whole thing? I don't know. Like, I think it's very difficult to say, yeah, you're taking the test and you have a score of 100 that you're gonna be an entrepreneur or that you're actually an entrepreneur. I do think for being successful in general in life, there are certain qualities you have to have, quote unquote, have to have. Attention. Like, it's difficult, and it is very dangerous to say that you have to have certain things, but sometimes you can totally see, like, the majority of the successful people have this certain skill and this certain mindset and this certain whatsoever. Maybe you should work on that. Maybe this is a key to success, maybe not. Who actually knows? But yeah, these are just things that are found by scientists or by studies or by whomever. And I do think, there's also a problem with this this task or this quiz. Those are all generalizations. You can't be like, okay, you are this and that, and therefore you're an entrepreneur. But still, yeah, I think it's well done. Like, the design is great, I would say, and I think it's also quite interesting, quite enjoyable. I've also liked the site, so everything was working just well as well, which is not always the case. Like, sometimes you are on certain pages where the quizzes are just extremely shit. They just are really fucking shit. But yeah, I guess this is just something you have to kind of deal with then. But yeah, I do think this is unfortunately end of the episode. Even though I do think I've quite enjoyed it. I also think that the value of this or the production value, is it the production value actually? Yeah, no matter, doesn't matter. The production was actually pretty good today, I would say, with all the kind of screens that I'm having here and, how I can actually change the screens, how everything is looking. I think it is actually great. I think I've actually enjoyed making it pretty much because I somehow see, okay, there's more I can do with what I'm having. Like, and I do not have much. Well, it depends. I do just have much. I really have much. I'm just having a fucking MacBook. Like, you can do serious shit with this. Some do, some don't, and this really comes up to who you are. But yeah, as always, I wish you the best health, wealth, happiness, and success. I hope that you're also going to remind yourself on how you're going to be remembered. So your legacy, whether you're going to be remembered as a good person or as a bad person is totally in your hands and only in your hands. And you basically decide. And yeah, this is just something you, I think, should think about. And with that being said, I see you soon.